Flatsventures story time. I don't really have photos and videos though, so it's mostly going to be recounting it. If you're wondering where I've been gone, I was at Spotlight. Basically, me and Emong flew out together. We flew out at like 8 a.m. and the flight there was probably the worst flight I've ever had. Turbulence the whole way. It took 7 hours. Funny how thing of the prime. It took 7 hours from Boston to LA. We flew like all the way to Florida because there was a bunch of storms in the way. So we flew like all the way down to Florida and then flew all the way across. And then we got stuck on the runway for like 35 minutes. And then on top of that, we couldn't deplane right away. And so I was just like, dude, this is anyways. So we get there and I actually had a meeting at YouTube at Google. Me and Emong went to Google / YouTube and we got a tour of the facility, met with my partner manager. It was a good time. And then we got like these goodie bags and I have one photo. I just asked him to send it to me. He actually sent it to me just now of us just like standing there they gave us these boxes with some cool stuff in it. It's just like small stuff like, you know, like there's like a nice YouTube mug and stuff, or like one of these basically. But actually something really cool. The building is an aircraft hangar. The lights that are up here, like these things, are in the shape of an aircraft. Like you can see it, like it looks like a plane. And so like depending on what angle you're standing in the building, it looks like different planes. It is actually sick. Yeah, so we went and then we got stuck with a nice 2.5 hour Uber ride down to Irvine. Aaron, Carl, you and Rusty was so nasty. Oh, dude, it's funny. Like, I don't think you understand. Like, I have a pretty good, I would say, creator relationship with Aaron. There's a lot of things you guys don't know about. There's a reason why I stopped making so many videos on Overwatch, like when things were like good or things were like bad, because I didn't feel like I needed to. I've gotten to give actual feedback on stuff, right? Like, and be like, hey, you know, I think like you guys probably got to figure these things out, right? And Aaron is someone who's very, very receptive and wants to hear you out and wants to make things good, right? And so getting to have those conversations with him where like I'm just like point blank like, listen man, this blows, right? It gets to the point where he's probably comfortable making jokes like that on stream, and I'm totally fine with that. It's funny. Anyways, moving on. We went down to Irvine. I was already a little tired from the flight, but they actually had like a welcome party for us, which was kind of great. I gotta be honest with you, this was probably the best event Overwatch has ever done. Period. You know, they had like a big like room for us where it was like food, music, games to play, drinks, gave us like a little goodie bag at the beginning, which was like, has like a sweatshirt. You'll see people wearing the sweatshirt for like the new hero. Some small little stuff too. There was like a mug. I have it in my washing machine or not washing machine, my dishwasher right now. Just like a lot of cool little shit. It was like a nice way to like kind of get to like catch up with everybody and see everyone. You have a couple of opportunities before like the first event, right, where we actually like streamed everything. Because then there's like breakfast the night before or the morning before, right? And so, which by the way, hey, no flame. The breakfast before was not enjoyable. The food was good, but I think it rained for the first time in LA in like a month, and they had it outside, so it was like 50 degrees and raining, and we had our breakfast outside. They did put a little tent up, right? It was covered, but it was still like really windy, so. Was not great. For the later one, the next day they ended up putting like plastic tarp around it to make it better, but the first one was a little was not thrilled with that one. But I'm a New Englander, so like I don't get cold very easily. Poor Jay's sitting there eating his eggs and he's like, it's cold, man. It's shivering. I felt bad for the poor guy. But then we go in and actually do Spotlight, right? But like we also got a late start for some reason. Like they didn't tell us to come in. Like I think Megan was busy or something, so there was nobody to give us the signal to come in. And I had to do stuff. Like I had to make a tweet, and then I had to get my stuff set up because I had my own separate room. And I wanted to co-stream YouTube and Twitch, but they had no plugins, and they told me I couldn't touch any of the OBS stuff because it would break. And I was like, what? I was like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean it would break? Like, I've used OBS before. Like, what the f means gonna break? And so like I'm sitting there like talking to them, like, hey, like I need to have both streams, and oh shit, it starts in 6 minutes. Oh wait, hang on, I missed a step. I had to take a shit. Wait, I missed a step. Hang on, there was a reason I was under the gun. I had to take a massive shit. That's what it was. I came in from breakfast, and oh my God, thank Christ nobody came into the bathroom right away. Cause it was like a bombing run. It was like straight up a rainfall for like a minute. It wasn't just like plopping over, it was just like, and I was like, what the f is happening? So it took a little longer, right? A little longer. And then I went back in, and then I had to get my stuff set up, and I didn't have a whole lot of time, and then my stuff was broken. They were like trying to sign into my account too, and my account was just like not working because it was signing out Emong next door, and he had a different IT guy, so they were fighting with each other before we even went live. I had 3 minutes until Spotlight started, and I hadn't started stream yet, and I was like, listen, I'm a little annoyed I haven't got a YouTube stream, but I have to start my Twitch stream like right now. They're like trying to pull up the thing like, oh, you can start the stream. I'm like, yeah, but you're gonna accidentally show the training rangers, or you're gonna actually accidentally show the game. So like, I'll call you back in after Spotlight. And then Jay ended up leaking it. I'm just saying, they definitely were saying like, oh, it's fine, just sign in everything, it's fine. And he did not think about it. He was not thinking. I was on the ass. Because if you caught the stream, I had to tell IT to stop almost leaking shit! I had to tell them! The guy kept arrow keying down! And I was like, stop! You're leaking everything! They leaked like 3 accounts! I was like, stop! Oh, thank God. But yeah, we got the thing going. It was fine. Spotlight was cool. It was fun. Got in, played. Like, Perks is cool. I think people are gonna love Perks for like a month. I think it's gonna be a lot like Season 9. Like they're gonna love it for like a month, and then people are gonna start really bitching. And I'm curious to see what they'll do after that. The thing that I do think is gonna go hard though is Stadium. I think Stadium is like, oh shit, like that's their chance to like really get people to play Overwatch again for a bit. The Stadium, the Deadlock thing, it's not actually like Deadlock though. There's no like bots or anything, but yes, I know what you mean. It is kind of, I guess, but it's not really. There's a lot of things. I gave them a lot of feedback on that. I talked to them about a lot of that stuff, and basically I was like, listen, you guys have big competition at your door. You know that. You know that. I know that. We all know that. I think you got a little chance right here. Maybe not like forever, but at least for a little bit. Make sure you put some time into this one. Cause like, you know, as you saw, you can only play so much stuff. They were really receptive though. I'm gonna be honest with you, I think probably my favorite part was getting to talk to them about a lot of things. Cause first day, I'm not gonna lie, I got real tired. Like, I think we streamed like 7 or 8 hours. I was not gonna lie, a little drained going in because of the big poop. And then like being super high energy and being like super excited for so long, it gets tiring. Plus I'm not gonna lie, might have drank a little much on the first night. We actually might have okay, I'll just tell you. I might have upgraded my room to a suite on the side, on the low. So I had my own like suite hotel room, and so I invited everybody back, and so there was like 15 people or 20 people in my hotel room hanging out. The first night. It's like Vulgar was there, SK was there. Like there was a lot of people. It was fun though. We had a good time. It was a great time. So like I didn't sleep very much, right? I didn't sleep for a very long time. So by like, you know, 7-8 hours in, I was kind of like, I'm hitting my wall a little bit. Yeah, it was a good time. So after Spotlight stuff, where did we go after Spotlight? So after Spotlight, we might have went out for some Korean barbecue. They did have like an on-campus thing where they were gonna like do food and stuff for us, but it was taking too long, and I was hungry, and SK was hungry, and Bulger was hungry, and Emon was hungry, and I was like, you know what? Hey guys, let's just get out of here. Let's just go get some Korean barbecue. So like me, CarQ, August, who I never really get to hang out and talk to August. August was cool. I just never got to, I don't think like almost ever had a conversation with them. SK, Boger, CarQ, Emong, Ruben, can't forget Ruben. Wait, hang on. Ruben, SK, Boger, August, Parq, Emong, myself. Okay, so that's who went. It was 7. And so I'm not gonna lie, we might have overdone it a little bit. We got soju, and we got like, you know, like 3, 4, 5 bottles, and then we were only like halfway through dinner, and then we were looking, you know, at the menu, and then there was a thing where it's like if you buy 5 of them, it's cheaper than buying like 3 or 4 individually. So we're like, we'll get the bucket, and then, you know, people slowed down and stopped drinking as much, but like we don't want to let it go to waste, so someone had to do it. So like I at some point I lost count, but yeah, might have been having a good time. And when in Cali, right? When in Cali, you gotta, you know, you gotta try the California special, right? So like all of it together was kind of a lot. And I hit that point somewhere of, ah shit, I gotta shut it down for the night. It's time to go to bed, right? So we got back to the hotel, and everyone's in the lobby, hanging out, talking, and somebody, I don't even remember who, somebody came running up because I was talking to SK, walking in with SK, and wanted to like shoot. So they wanted to like hang out and play games, right? I had played out the scenario in my head on the way back from the bar, or from the Korean barbecue, and I had said to myself, Flats, you need to go to bed. If there's no one in the lobby, just go up the elevator and go to bed. If there is anyone in the lobby, just say you have to use the bathroom and go to bed, and then just go upstairs and don't come back. I was like, okay. So I don't remember who it was, but somebody came up and asked us to like come hang out and play board games, and I said, oh, I might be down in a bit, I gotta go take a shit. And I walked away, and I started walking, I go, why did I say take a shit? But I just committed, walked to the elevator, and went up to my room and was not seen again.
4 months W and
I actually have no clue who I said it to, but there was someone there where they asked me to hang out, and I said, I'll be back, I gotta go take a shit, and never came back, and I don't remember who it was. Ask SK? I don't even know if SK knows, to be honest with you. Oh, man. But yeah, anyways, I called it for the night early. I was like, that's it, I gotta go up. I think I literally like finished pouring my distilled water in my CPAP so I could sleep, and I think I literally lied down and just out cold instantly. But no hangover, all good. Woke up the next day feeling good. Got up. We had like a second day at the Overwatch campus. Wasn't streamed or anything. Not gonna lie, wasn't feeling the most energetic that day. But we got to do some cool stuff. I got to chat with a lot of cool people, give feedback on things. I recorded something for Parq. So Parq recorded a video. I'm not gonna spoil the video, but I will spoil something because you're gonna figure it out anyways. I was the last person he recorded with, and he ran out of storage. And so only the first half of our thing is saved. And that's so sad. But I also look like the goat during it. So I need you all, whenever he releases it, he's gonna put some slander on how I got things wrong. Don't listen to him. I got everything right. I literally got every single question right. Don't let him gaslight us, okay? We gaslight him. That's gonna be the play. You'll see when we get there. All right, I won't spoil the video because like it's his content, but yeah, it was fun. So if you didn't see the Spotlight stream, the voice of Brig from Japan came over, and their name was Yuki. And we played a couple games in-game. They were cool, but I didn't know what to say to them, really, because like I didn't know a whole lot about them. Okay, it was also weird because I realized halfway through, her English was so good. I didn't realize she was getting stuff translated for her. Like, she spoke such perfect English, and then I would say something, and then I heard, like, there was a team fight that wasn't happening, and I heard, like, translation. I heard the translations coming through, and I was like, wait, she's getting what I'm saying translated back to her? Like, her English is so perfect. I thought she just understood everything I was saying. Like, I didn't realize till halfway through the conversation that, like, the translator was translating what I was saying. You know what I mean? She was cool, though. I didn't really... Okay, all right, so let me come back to what I was originally saying about, I realized I'm old. The second day, dude, the second day was so much more it was, okay, second day was really good for me, because I got to do a lot of stuff I wanted to do. But you know what also happened? Dude, the amount of people who just, like, don't have, like, I mean, not insider stuff, or just don't have, like, industry experience with things, like agency conversations, sponsor stuff, how to run certain pieces of content, how I run YouTube, how I run TikTok, how I've done multiple games, connecting with other creators and stuff like that. Like, I got so many questions from so many people, and I realized, like, shit, I'm now like what Emong was to me 4 years ago. Where it's like, I would ask Emong a lot of old questions when I was first starting. Even tax stuff and finance stuff. Now I'm the guy that everyone asks. I used to be the guy who didn't know anything. And now I'm the older one that everyone asks. But that's cool though? No, it is cool. And like, if I didn't have Emong, I would have had no one to teach me that stuff, right?
Not today.
And so now it's like, wait, now I get to do that for other people. And that was kind of cool. But I was like, wait a minute. I'm old now. I'm that person. Like, I had conversations with almost every single creator there about that type of stuff. Also, hang on. Somebody said something early when I was streaming. Yo, I need some Zoomer in chat to translate. Somebody said that Frogger said on his stream that I aura'd him on the first day, and I asked chat, what does that mean? But I didn't get an answer. What the f does that mean? Because I'm concerned I did something wrong. Because like, I didn't know if I should apologize or not.
One down.
He said you're cooler than him? How? What do you mean cool? I felt bad because Aspen walked up, and I said hi to Aspen, and I noticed that like Frogger was like, I didn't notice him right away, was like coming like behind her, but like not right away. And then I went to turn to say hi to him, and at the same time he had like looked away. So I was like, hey, oh, and he didn't like see, and I was like, oh, I felt bad because like it was like I was with like a group of people that was like, it was like the first day, so everyone's saying hi to each other. So like I was saying hi to Aspen because we were walking into like the thing, and then I went to say hi to Frogger and he didn't see me, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll come back around. And so I felt bad that I said hi to Aspen and not said hi to Frogger. So then like when we finally officially got in line, like I left the line and walked behind back to where he was, and then like was like, hey, I didn't get to say hi to you before. You know, like I think I went to literally wave at you, and I think you looked away at the exact same time. Like I didn't want you to think like I missed you or I wasn't trying to talk to you. Like, you know, it's good seeing you and stuff like that. And so like I already felt kind of bad, you know, like I was like, because I'd try to say hi and I had missed it, but I'd say hi to Aspen, and I wasn't like, you know what I mean? Like I wasn't trying to like only say hi to Aspen and not say hi to him. So then I heard that, I was like, wait, what? Is that a, oh god. Yeah, like I didn't want to think I egoed him the first time. Because like that wasn't what I was trying to do. There was a lot. In slang, aura is a term used to describe someone as cool or it factor. It can also refer to a point system where the user earns aura points for their actions or behaviors. Anyways, though, I don't know, wait, where in the store was I? Oh, I think I was on day 2. So on day 2, right, we were at the Overwatch stuff. This was the non-stream day, and I'm not gonna lie, a lot of us were kind of tired. We had a rough night, and so me, Emong, and Jay went into like one of the stream rooms that we were in for like the first day, and we just shut the door and just hung out. Like we just like didn't get involved in anything, you know, because like everyone's talking and doing stuff, right? Playing things and giving feedback and whatnot. We just went in there and we just shut the door and we just hung out. Because we haven't got to hang out in a while, the 3 of us. And at some point we got caught. Megan came in and goes, so if you don't know Megan, Megan's like the community manager for Overwatch. She's awesome. She comes in and goes, what are you guys doing in here? And we're like, oh, we're just playing the stuff from yesterday. Yeah. And Jay's like pretending to type on the keyboard. And she like walks over and like looks behind, and he's not even signed into the computer. And we're like, ah, shit.
Incoming.
And she's like, oh no, it's fine. Like, you know, like this is a day for you guys. So if you're, you know, you're not feeling that up to it right now, that's cool. And then she's like, oh, we're gonna have like a feedback session if you want to come join us. And we're like, yeah, sounds good. We do not go. And so about 15 minutes goes by, and Aaron himself pops his head in and goes, ah, so this is where you guys are hiding. Comes in, grabs a chair, and shuts the door and joins us and hangs out for like an hour. Did the same shit. Just like, we're off in the corner by ourselves, just like, we just want some recharged alone time. And he's like, oh, this is great. Oh yeah, then we had dinner at night. What was the nighttime dinner? I'm trying to think what it was that night. Oh, I do remember. Okay, so it was at this bar. Now I remember why I don't remember. So I was at this bar. You're gonna see this is gonna be a run out. This is gonna be a runaway train really quick. So I get in, and there's not enough chairs for everyone. We have like a whole area that's for us, but like I got a seat, which was Pog, and they give us like, you know, drink tickets and stuff like that, and there's food. The food wasn't very good, I'm gonna be honest, but one of the bartenders was a big fan of mine and Jay's. And this guy comes out with a glass with a shot, but it's not a shot, it's like a quadruple shot. And he comes over to me and he goes, Flats, to the CEO of Overwatch, this is for you. And puts it down in front of me. And I was like I looked down, I'm like, huh? Like, and he goes, I love all your stuff. Thank you for all you've done for the community. We would be without you. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. Yo, much love, man. And so that started us off real strong. And then there was a couple other people that weren't gonna drink for the night, so they gave me their tabs. And so, and we took a photo with him later and stuff. He was cool. He was a good dude. Really good dude. And so, as the night goes on, we actually, you know, wait, am I allowed to say that? I'm sure it'd be fine. We saw Custa. Custa showed up. I hadn't seen him yet. Got to hang out with Custa. Got to hang out with like people I haven't seen for a bit, or I don't get to talk to that often. Like Custa, Reinforce, Rack Attack. Who else was at our table? There's a couple of people that would come in and out. I got to talk again at like that day with like Frogger and Aspen and stuff like that, and Warren too. And we're like, that was the day that they asked me for a bunch of stuff. But actually, there was a lot of Blizzard people that were there. Was Super there? No, Super wasn't there. I think Super got invited, but he just like doesn't want to go to that kind of stuff, which is fine. I get it. Normally, not gonna lie, they kind of suck. Those events. Other than going for like seeing the new content and stuff, like it's not really worth it. This is like the first one they've actually legitimately put some effort into. Isn't Custa a dev now? All right, well if you guys know it, yeah, Custa's works at Blizzard now. He's a dev on the Overwatch team. He actually apparently like helped work on the perks. Oh, everyone does now? Oh, okay. Like I didn't want to blow up his spot. Like I didn't know if that was something he's like publicly talked about. But yeah, I made a joke with him. I was like, oh thank God, finally we have someone on the inside to save us all. Yeah, he like retired from streaming and everything apparently a while ago, and I was like, what? That's awesome. Jay interviewed him on stream during the event. I didn't see him till the last night. But yeah, we had a good time. I got to talk to a lot of people. I talked to a lot of Blizzard people that night. Like just different people that worked on the team for different things. Actually, at some point, I got stuck standing up for so long that someone yoinked my seat. But then when I came back over, like they instantly like gave it back up, and I didn't even say that it was like, I didn't leave anything there. Like they just knew it was mine, and I was like, what? How did you know? I don't even remember who it was. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was like looking at the floor because I was looking at the floor because my table was right next to Frogger, Aspen, and Warren's like barrel. They had this barrel they were standing around, and Aspen scares me a little bit because she's so small, and I was a little f***ed up. So I was trying to like, because I had to like sneak by them to go to the table, and so I'm absolutely terrified of accidentally taking the wrong step. So I'm literally like looking dead at the floor, and so I saw someone was standing in my seat, or sitting in my seat, so like I was gonna stand next to the table, and then like I literally just straight up looked down as I was like walking around them, because I was like, don't trip. And then I looked back up and they were gone, and I was like, the f. Incoming. Yeah, it was a good time though. There was some new people though that like I've never talked to before, and I got to talk to them and like meet them. That was cool. That was really cool, because like there's so many new gen. There's so many new gen creators in Overwatch that like I just didn't really know. Like Avery Jean, I've never spoken to. Bent I've never spoken to. August has been around a while, but like I've never like had a conversation with him before. I'm trying to think who else that I've like is around that I don't really know that well until this one. They also had like a lot of, oh, you know who I met? Kaiser. If you remember back in the day, the tank player, Kaiser, he was there. He's a streamer now in Korea. I was like, wait, you were my goats. Wait, you were my goat back in like 2017. I used to watch all your shit. Yeah, he knew me. Like, he knew me. He came up to me. He was like, oh, Flats, the Reinhardt god. And I was like, oh shit, Kaiser, the real Reinhardt goat. And I was like, oh shit. So we were talking about a bunch of stuff. We actually got a photo. Wait, I think he tweeted it. Hang on, let me see if I can find the photo. Aha. Goat right there. But yeah, it was cool. It was cool. And then yeah, the last night, after everything was done, packed up, had a flight at 7 a.m. So I left the hotel like 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. I think. And then we had the world's quickest flight back. It took me 7 hours to get there. It took me 4 hours to get home. I think we actually had a speedrunner pilot, but then my Uber ride home was horrible. It was actually the worst Uber ride I've ever had. He was supposed to be a 45-minute trip. It got turned into an hour and a half, and the guy was honking and flashing his lights at every person in front of him, and then cut off a 18-wheeler and got into a screaming match with a 18-wheeler driver and started playing chicken with him. I was like, I'm dead. Good luck. See y'all on the other side. And then gets off the highway to quote-unquote take the back roads and adds 45 minutes to our trip. I was like, this is great. I've never given someone 1 star before, but that was the first person I've ever given 1 star. I was like, that was awful. Like, you can be a Boston driver and f with people and drive like an asshole, but you have to get me home on time. You doubled my time on the way home. You are a failed Boston driver. You know what I mean? Like, I've had Boston drivers, they get angry, they get into like get into things with the other people on the road, but they get you there fast. That's okay. He did not get me home fast. He got me home slow and caused issues. Thumbs down. And then Lyft wanted me to talk. They like called me like 3 times because like I wrote down like what happened, and then I was like, only contact me. I select the options like only contact me if necessary. I just wanted to like, you know, like, hey, just let you guys know in case this happens more in the future.
One down.
Yeah, this is probably not acceptable. It's not like I want the guy to get fired or anything like that, but at the same time though, it was bad. It was real bad. But anyways, I got home and I literally just like grabbed dinner and just immediately fell asleep and slept for like 12 hours.
Incoming.
But yeah, that was my trip to Spotlight. I'm probably leaving something out somewhere. I don't know. There's a few gaps in the memory on some of the nights there, but it was a good time. I had a good time. So I really did think the Porsche event was gonna be my last trip to Overwatch stuff. I never said that out loud, but I really did think it was probably gonna be my last one. But they've really revamped the way they do those events, and they changed it up a lot. And I think it's actually kind of valuable to kind of go now. What didn't feel valuable anymore, but you know, it was nice. They definitely took a lot of feedback from previous ones. Or like, we're gonna make this better.